All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to season two of the HCCChats Podcast. As always, that seems how it goes. I'm joined here with Tyler, and yeah, so we did those first five episodes of the HCC podcast, and it was good. It went well. We took a couple week break there, but now we are back and ready as ever, and probably still gonna have nothing to talk about, but that's just how it goes. But Tyler, how are you? How's it going? All right. Wait 1 second. I don't think your voice is actually picking up in the thing for some reason. I love technical difficulties. So everyone hang on a second. I have to figure out where. Oh, geez. Okay. We might be pausing the podcast real fast because I'm stupid. But let me just check right now. Um, Input voice push talk camera OBS. Um, okay. Can you try? Can you try saying something? All right, it's still not there. We are gonna try one more time. Go for it.
Whatever you need to say, I'm saying it.
All right, and we're gonna do it one more time. Say the last thing.
Still not there. Hello, hello.
Hey, we
Hoppity
have
boopity.
audio. There we
There we
go.
go.
All right. It's about time, jeez. All right, now that
That's what I'm
I'm done
saying.
done being stupid, we can get on with our lives. So
Hell yeah.
for those that couldn't hear, which is everyone besides me, um, Tyler, would you like to repeat yourself? How's it going?
It,
This is going so strong right off the bat.
it's going great. I recently just got hired at Home Depot, so that's that. And I've been working a shit ton of shifts.
Ooh,
So yeah.
and how is Home Depot? How are we feeling?
Oh my god, so much better than Target. Hands down. Fucking better atmosphere. The people that I'm actually working with are, enjoyable to be around, which is definitely a
That's
top
always a
priority
plus.
when yeah. And not only that, but it's like they kind of throw you into it when you get there, but there's so many videos you have to watch and like safety and how to do things that it's like I swear I've spent more hours like watching videos than I have actually working.
Oh my.
But with that in mind, for the hours that I have been working, you know, it's been really fucking good. They're really slow with how I'm, being introduced to certain things, and I've asked for more videos to watch so I can do more training stuff.
Okay.
So like I do the online orders for the online stuff that comes through to Home Depot. So if anyone orders something and they want to pick it up in store, we do that. Let's say someone orders something from our store and wants to ship to another store, we do that. Or if someone orders something from another store and it comes to ours, that happens.
Okay.
And basically anything online that comes in that we have to handle, that's what we do. So we pick
Okay.
out the order, bring it to their car if we need to, but that's someone else's job. But if we're overpacked, then yeah, we'll do that. But that's that. And also, since we work up at the service desk, I asked if I could get trained on the service desk and, in case if anything were to happen that they need my help with. So now I have more videos to watch.
Oh no.
So yeah, there's that.
You're over
But
you're over here making YouTube or Twitch content, but here you are watching more than you're making.
exactly. But the good thing is you get paid for watching the videos.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
for each hour that I'm sitting in there watching videos, it's just the time I'm getting paid as if I was working out on the floor. So
That's beautiful. Yeah,
there's that.
that's how my job was too, because I also just started a job last week. Yeah, last week.
That's right.
And that was the same thing for me too. Is like the first few days was all training, but it's so I literally just sat there doing these modules. Mine was less videos, unfortunately, and more of actually having to like interact with things, and I hated it. I had to actually pay attention, you know. All this like
Yeah.
all this be a good human, don't discriminate stuff, you know, like come on. Um
Yeah, no, that's literally all the videos were too, is that like how to be safe around certain things,
yeah.
you know, how to deal with angry customers, not to be racially profiling people or whatnot. And I'm like, dude, half this shit was not even shit that I was even coming to mind on what I would be thinking.
Yeah,
But
exactly,
I
right?
guess now I know to not think those. Or then there was something about not to be racially, biased towards certain people. I'm like, dude, if a customer has help, I help him. Whether
Yeah.
he's black, white, Asian, whatever the case may be, if the dude's asking me for help, I'll help him as best I can. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, just because of the color of your skin, I'm going to give you a half-assed answer. No,
Yeah,
if I
exactly, right?
know
Like
if
what?
I know what you need, I'll give you what you need. If I don't, then I get someone who can, and
Yeah,
that's what I've done.
it's
Most of
just
the time, I
how
haven't
it
known
goes.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah, and
and
like
so
this one was a bit more. I feel like mine. Maybe it's just because it's been a few years, and I know like there's been heavy pushes the last few years for like equality and stuff like that, which is all great. Like I'm all for it, but I don't remember doing as much of this kind of stuff.
in and out.
In and out, yeah. Which I mean, I could have because I think I spent like yeah, how many hours, double digits of hours watching videos there. There was so many. So maybe there could have
Mm-hmm.
been, but I just don't remember them. But like, because and they went over so many things at this job. Like it's good because there are still people in the world that think that way. But like, yeah. So now I know. Don't push a person in a wheelchair down the stairs. Apparently.
As if if it wasn't self-explanatory, it was basically proven to you there that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, you know, if it wasn't for that, there would have been a chance. You know,
Yeah, knowing you, Gavin, anything is a chance.
there's always a chance. Come on. Can you blame me for
But
that?
no, not at all.
Have you gotten
Definitely not.
any fun customers yet?
I had a dude, well, two dudes, two different, stories.
Hey, you got
One
two
of them
dudes.
tried to,
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
one of them, they both were trying to return paint, and one had two buckets of paint that were more than like half use. I mean, they were almost down to nothing, and he tried to return those. And then there was
What?
one, yeah, there was one that was halfway full of paint that was used. He tried to return that. I don't know the whole story on that one because I ended up leaving after I took those to the cart for him and like brought them in. But
Mm-hmm.
the second dude was complaining because he bought the wrong paint, and because he already bought it and whatnot, we couldn't really do much for it.
Yeah, it's
Now, if it's
paint.
something, yeah, if it's something you have, like you buy it off the shelf, and it's not like a custom ordered paint, and it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. This dude ordered a custom paint, and it wasn't the right color, so he came complaining to the service desk. And meanwhile, we already had like, a bunch of online order people, and it was dead fucking quiet. There was nobody coming in for online orders, nothing like that. There was nothing on the device, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So they throw me to the door greeter just for a couple hours, which it's easy. I push a cart into the other thing. I fucking stand on my ass basically, and I just say hi to people when they walk in. So then I see this
Amazing,
guy
and you
come in
get
with the
paid just
paint.
as much as other people.
Yeah, just to
Beautiful.
do that. But I have another story about something like that later on that I'll
Oh
say.
no.
But this one, I kind of like saw him. He's coming in. He's all happy, so on and so forth. I was like, "Hey, welcome in." He's like, "Hi, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking." So he goes over to the service desk, and he looked like he was in a good mood. So I totally was like, "All right, nothing's gonna happen with this dude."
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he slams it down on the counter, and I was like,
Jeez.
"Okay." So I kind of just wander over instead of being by the door just to make sure this guy's not gonna do anything because it's just two women that are working the service desk.
Uh
And yeah, this dude was like 6 foot something, but he was like a twig. So it was like if anything happened, it was
a strong
I could easily
breeze.
handle my own. But yeah, golfer style hat, sunglasses, golfer type shirt with the golfer
Oh.
pants or like shorts.
Oh.
It basically was just like, okay, you got no muscle. But besides
Yeah,
that,
if you're a
you know, he's
golfer.
complaining about it and all these other different things. And eventually he finally got through to him saying, look, homie, that's a custom order. We don't do returns on paint, A, and B, it's a custom order paint. Like, we have
You
to
picked
make
the
that in
worst of the
store. We
worst
can't,
thing to return.
yes, basically, we can't return that shit. So eventually he just got up and left and went, and we're just, on our day. And I was like, what the fuck was that about? And he goes, I don't know. And then as he was leaving, he goes, have a nice day. I was like, have a nice one. And I was just like, okay, that was a fucking mood swing and a half.
Yeah, that dude is
Later on that
bipolar as
same
hell.
day, that's what I'm saying. And later on that same day, there was a guy that came in who was, so I can't remember the exact day. I think it was Tuesday. The garden people were there to, like, since we have a lot of third party contractors that come in and they like sell their stuff through our store.
Yeah.
So with the plants, it's like a special order. They come in on their like trucks. They, actually do the plant stuff where they place them where they need them to be placed, or they ask our associates where do they need to place, so on and so forth. Well, some guy came in dressed up like one of those guys, had this fucking really shitty outfit, but if you weren't really paying attention, it would pass. But if you were and you're
Okay.
kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? You
There's
would
an
definitely
imposter
notice.
among us.
Basically. So he comes in with a rack of plants. Don't know how the fuck he got the rack of plants, but he did. And,
Wow, you're over here admiring this man's rack.
Anyway, he comes in and, does all that different stuff with the plants, leaves the cart there that he had for him, and I went and did something else, but then he tried to run out of our store with 2 chainsaws.
What?
Yeah.
This man.
And he got caught, and I was like, are you fucking stupid? And Allie told me yesterday, after I left, these 2 sketchy ass like people came in and were literally shoving tools in their pockets. But our policy is we can't stop them unless we know for a fact, and even then we can't. If they're stealing something, we just say let them steal it. We'll get their stuff later. We'll report it to the police, so on and so forth. We can't stop them, and it's not our job to. Target at least had like loss prevention. Home Depot, I don't think really has loss prevention, so at least that I'm aware of. So
all right.
We really can't stop them, even if we see them, putting shit into their like pockets or whatnot. We can't stop them. So I was like, okay, that's weird. But she said, yeah, they're literally sweating. They're like, pale white, and they paid for one thing that was like 99 cents and put like a couple $100 worth of tools inside their jackets, and they were like hunched over because of all the weight.
And you guys were just like,
really quick.
No, we don't know for certain.
But yeah, Allie literally said she was staring at them since me and Allie work at the same Home Depot.
Oh yeah, that's going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Interesting. Nice.
But yeah, so
some nice backroom action.
No, not at all. Definitely not.
What, a Home Depot is not your ideal place to get it on?
No, just because there's other relationships that are going on there, so there's just that. So it's probably taken up anyway.
I don't know. I'm just saying, break room, you hear that Home Depot ear rape version come on? And that sounds like an instant come to me.
That's to you, my dude.
Oh, sorry. You more of a Lowe's guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm an informant for the Lowe's. No, I'm joking. But
Mother Russia.
That was that story. And
jeez, dude.
Earlier that same day, which was yesterday that I was working.
Okay.
We have to sometimes we'll go into different departments if there's nothing on at the service desk, which usually there's nothing anyways.
Yeah.
So we fill in. The lady doesn't like us standing around too much, so we fill in different departments. And the lady that was saying this was the same lady that hired me onto the Home Depot team.
Okay.
And we had to unbox. They're these giant 6-foot, pretty thick. I mean, I don't know how to explain how thick they were, but
like thick with a CK or a couple Qs.
Couple Ks.
Oh jeez.
But you had to take it took 2 hands to carry it around with one. Like, I don't know how to say it. Picking up the item, it wasn't light. They're like almost 60 or so pounds per thing. It's a 6-foot piece of rebar, so it's really fucking
rebar.
heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. And
it's rhubarb. Just a bunch of food.
So I was stacking the shelf right next to it. And this lady was trying to pull on the rebar from behind to straighten it out. So I move over to the left to go pick up some more out of the box to put it in the shelf next to it. So I'm leaning over, I'm picking it up. I turn over to go to the thing is, and next thing you know, as I'm turning, they all come flying down, like 16 pieces of them. One hits my the edge of my hat and falls, almost knocks off my hat. And I like jump back. She goes, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." She goes, "I didn't even know you were there." And I was like, "Bro," I was like, "What the hell?" She goes, "That could have fucking killed you." And I was like,
Yeah.
"That's funny." She goes, "No, for real. Like that would have killed you. If that landed on you, that would have fucking killed you.
Yeah,
Either
I've
you would
seen
have been in
Final
a really bad
Destination.
state." So I was sitting there and I was thinking, like, I
Barbecue
don't know how
sauce on
to
my
really
titties.
basically, like, don't know how the fuck to react. Like, I'm kind of laughing, but at the same time, I'm really pissed off at this chick because I'm like, you could have fucking killed me or hospitalized me really fucking bad, and I
Just
know I
from
wouldn't
you
have gotten
being
paid for any of that
stupid.
shit. Yes,
Yeah, if I
and it's
died,
the
I would not
same
have been
lady that
getting a
fucking
check
hires me
from it.
on. Exactly. It's like it's only my fucking 5th or 6th day there, and I'm already almost fucking gotten killed,
All
and
right,
I'm
so
just like, what the fuck?
Target, you got extended chemical exposure. Home Depot, 5 days in, you've already almost gone decapitated. You're doing well for yourself with part-time jobs.
Yeah, it's fucking going great.
Yeah, no
But
kidding.
yeah, that
Jeez.
was that. But I don't know. I mean, that's about it so far. I met
Fair.
2 new people at Home Depot that I've been clicking with. One of them's name's Aaron. He's an online order dude, and the other dude is named Cole. And they're both like kind of the coaches that walk me through how to do all the stuff.
Oh, okay.
And they're both really fucking chill motherfuckers.
That's nice.
I
It's
mean,
always great when like the other workers are good. That really makes the job.
oh yeah. And I mean, these guys were so fucking chill. Like, it's just I even actually have both their gamer tags and their Snapchats, and
Hey, yes,
we talk
sir.
almost every day now. So it's like,
That's good
I
though.
hang around them every day at work if they're there, and it's just such a chill environment and atmosphere. It's perfect in my opinion. I mean, all the people that are there are just funny. They're talkative, unlike Target, where it's like you're almost scared to ask somebody a question on where something is because they're just gonna be an asshole to you.
Like
So
Boston.
it's like fuck Target and all of its shit. At least the location I worked at, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're such a great company for this and that." Bro, I couldn't even wear a fucking hat. Like, Home Depot doesn't give a there's a dress code, but they don't enforce it.
Oh.
And you're allowed to wear hats. They supply you with gloves. Okay,
Hey,
they
Target could
supply you with a knife
never.
and gloves. Exactly. I had to go out and buy my own fucking like $20 pair of fucking gloves that are whatever. And it's like they just Target just I couldn't wear a fucking back brace. Like, that was the thing that really
That's the
set it
thing,
off to
because that's
me.
actually I'm pretty sure that's actually illegal to not allow someone
That's
to wear a back
exactly
brace. I could be
exactly.
wrong, but I believe that's actually illegal.
Yeah, and I see people that at Target all the time that work there that wear back braces, and it's like, I don't know if it's just because I'm young, I'm not supposed to be wearing one, or what. But it's like I couldn't wear a hat, but yet people in produce and other sections are wearing hats. And then I couldn't wear a back brace, but then there's another dude that wears 2 knee braces and a back brace, but he doesn't get yelled at.
Jeez,
So I'm
that
just
dude's
like,
Tin Man.
basically, I mean, he's a fucking older guy too, and he's just basically working the rest of his life away. And it's
I
like
would
I'm getting
not
paid
want
the same
to
amount of money.
like imagine telling your kids or grandkids, yeah, I worked at Target for 45 years. Like, that's not prestigious. Like,
Yeah.
no, like, yeah, that's like saying I was a Walmart greeter all the way through until I retired. Like, what? That's
Yeah, I mean,
not.
it's not something that's on the stat sheet, but there is something though that's positive with Home Depot.
I
So
feel like it's all positive, but if there's more, hell yeah, what is it?
there is, because if your store makes more so like we have a quota for sales we're trying to make,
Yeah.
and however much more we make off that quota, all that extra money that gets made gets paid back to us.
Oh, that's
So let's say we
sick.
get $30,000 over the quota mark that we make. They split it between all the workers at that Home Depot,
Oh,
and they
hell
give it
yeah.
back to you. And they actually they give out like awards to people. So if they see someone's doing better for customer service than this person or whoever, they give different tiers, and for each tier you get an extra X amount of money on your paycheck. So it's like,
Hey.
you just basically do your job, get recognized for doing your job, you get paid for it. You make a sale, you get extra money because you made a sale. You do this and that, it's just like it encourages you to do your job. Like at Target,
Yeah.
nobody fucking wanted to do their job because it's like they're getting paid $15 an hour, do the bare fucking minimum, and you can go home. If the store doesn't make enough sales, so fucking be it. I'm not getting paid for it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
encouraged some
stupid.
people, to buy certain things at Target, and then as I sat there, I'm like, you know what? It's not really my fucking job to make them buy things at Target. I'm not
Yeah.
getting paid for it. It all goes to the corporate. And another thing is Home Depot has an open door policy. So if there's anything that happens, we don't have a company system we have to go through. Like if I had a complaint about somebody, I'd have to go to HR, it'd have to go through, the courts, thing or whatever. Where with Home Depot, it goes straight to the manager or whoever you want to talk to, and then goes straight to the high ups, the CEOs, everything
That's
else.
nice.
And if they want to take it through a court thing or whatever, you can. But everything gets resolved between each other, and nobody else knows about it besides the people that are in it.
And that's how it
Versus
should be.
Target, where it's kind of like, I forgot what the exact. I think it's a workers' association or something like that. But how
Stupid
like
unions.
oh yeah, the union. We're not through the union. We're Target, I believe, is through a union, and oh my god, dude, working for Home Depot is just so fucking much better. Sure, it's a little bit more work intensive for some of the things you have to do, I will admit.
But it kind of gives you something to do.
Exactly. And it's like there is the fear, or like not the fear, but the constant like you could die there, because I mean that's anywhere you work you could die.
It is a very risky place.
Higher. Yeah, it's slightly higher at Home Depot, but that aside, there's so many safety precautions that are taken that honestly, if you get hurt, it's either your fault or someone else's.
Yeah.
Like they take safety very seriously there. And the fact that they even supply you with a bunch of the shit that you get to keep, it's your own.
That's so
it's not
nice.
like you have to return the gloves in at the end of the day or the knives. You keep that shit. So it's yours. You could take it home if you want. The only thing you can't take home is the apron, which sucks.
Oh, come on. The aprons are iconic.
Yeah. Unless you're actually doing some type of customization to it, then you can. Like if you're going to paint on it, do like a special design.
Dude,
then
next time I'm back in town,
can't.
we are going to bedazzle the hell out of your apron. You're going to walk in there, turn on one light, and look like a disco ball.
Fucking hell.
Someone's going to be walking down the aisle and be like, huh, I wonder where... Oh, that's a worker, because they can see you from the other side of the store. We are going to make you fabulous.
Oh my god. No fucking thank you. I'm going to keep to myself on that one, bud.
No, it's okay. I'll jump you at work. Yeah, imagine getting jumped at work and like all your workers start running over, and then like the person runs away, and the only thing that happened to you is your apron got bedazzled. Would be the weirdest mugging ever. But also, noted. I'm never going to Target. I'm gonna stick with Walmart apparently.
I mean, honestly, it's like shopping at Target. It's whatever. I just feel bad for people that work at Target because some locations are good. Don't get me wrong. Some positions are fine, but the easier positions at Target pay less. So it's like, if you want to make good money at Target, you got to deal with a lot of stupid shit that normally no one should have to deal with. And if you're going to, there should be things set up so that you can be fine with the position you're working. The Home Depot has so many things set up for you. It's like you work this position, boom. Everyone that's in that store, I believe, makes $15 an hour. Unless you're in a specialty, you make 16 or however much more. And it's like, with that in mind, everyone's encouraging other people to want to, do more sales and to help customers out more because you get noticed for it. Versus Target, it's like you can see 50 different customers and basically make over $2,000 in sales for that store. You don't get noticed. But fucking Timmy over here can get 2 fucking sales and, not get noticed, and he has the same pay as I do. Yeah. So it's like, why the fuck would anyone want to do that? But the cashiers, it was basically a rigged system with Target. Every time a cashier, coaxed someone to actually get a card through them, they're like, oh, Rebecca just made, a customer get a card, round of applause. And it's like such bullshit because it's like the people who are doing the hard fucking work for that store never get realized.
The cashiers are the goalies. Cares.
the cashiers are basically like your all-star player, like Connor McDavid, right? And
Yeah.
the GMs, which are like general merchandise and other people, are basically like the goaltenders or the defense. They don't get any of the highlights.
Yes,
If they fuck
sir.
up on something, they get all the blame for it. And if they make, what they're supposed to do, they don't get credited for it because it's their job. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
But
love being a
if the cashier
thankless
does
position.
something, exactly. And it's just like if you're a cashier, you're basically like Connor McDavid in the NHL. You score a goal, you get recognized for it. Same thing with Target. You get a fucking card sold, you get recognized for it. But if you're the GM that's stocking all the store shelves, you're doing 4 different departments in one day, so on and so forth, nobody fucking realizes it. It's like making a big save for your team, and everyone's just like, okay, cool, now go score a goal. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it is at Target. It just fucking sucked ass. Home Depot, everyone, no matter what department you're working in, everyone's saying hi to you. If you're new, they're showing you out how to do this and that. And the best thing is they take their time with you. So they actually show you how to use the device, how to actually scan products, what you're supposed to do if this comes up, they actually throw you into it, but they show you how to do things versus Target where it's kind of like, oh, you got a 4-hour, video that didn't teach you about any of this shit. It was just all commercials and propaganda for Target versus the Home Depot where they're actually showing you live things like this is something that's happened in our stores. Here's a video clip of it, and it's an actual thing. Like for the safety things, be careful with this because this has happened. And they don't shy away from telling you things like some things you hear like, look, be careful with the ladders because we've had a couple people not in this store but in Arizona die from working on the ladders. You got to make sure you do what you're doing. So it's kind of like a scare and like tactic, but it gets you to remember that somebody's died doing the same thing you're doing. Make sure you don't fuck it up. Like if you're holding something and you're going about a trip, let the merchandise go. It's just merchandise. Protect your life. Where Target's kind of like, yeah, you should do that, but also that's going to come out of your paycheck. So it's just like,
when you're dead, we're still going to charge you for this.
Yeah, basically.
You're going to get a worse coffin now because you dropped that freaking roll of toothpaste. So now you're not going to get a nice oak freaking coffin. You're getting one made out of aluminum.
I feel like aluminum would be better.
True.
Oak wood. This is fucking boosting up your coffin for fucking nothing.
Oh yeah, right. No,
but yeah, that's that.
And so I started my job last week, and by Wednesday I already like didn't have anything to do. Cause
really,
yeah. So I freaking sped through the training. They were even surprised with how fast I went. I paid attention for all those that are gonna say that I didn't. I did. I paid attention and I answered the questions.
And so what did you exactly do though, like in the department you're working?
Yeah, so basically my training was literally like all that kind of stuff, diversity, inclusion, all that stuff and it was all just like online modules. And so what we do basically is that, so for those that don't know, I work at the ITS at my college, and my department is classroom support, which basically we're in charge of all the classrooms, computer labs, and something else, and of the online like class taking per se services. We handle Zoom, and so whenever those calls come in, one of us answers, and then blah blah blah. We help them. And so by Wednesday, I finished all my training, and so I went to them and I was like, all right, so like what do you want me to do? And it's just kind of like just wait. And basically what I'm doing right now is whenever I'm just kind of shadowing people when calls come in and just kind of learning about how to do that. I've answered 2 phone calls now that were extremely rough and awful. But it's basically just kind of like trial by fire and just throwing you in the deep end, and basically like, all right, pick up a phone and like if you have questions, ask us. And so that's kind of how it goes. But I mean, especially because like I'm more well, both of us, like I'm more tech savvy than the average person, and so like it doesn't take too much for like to get used to this stuff because it's all stuff that I deal with regularly anyways. But like it's been, so today's Friday. I think the hell what? I think a chunk of ice just fell off the roof and hit the wall. Um and uh and like today and yesterday, between both shifts, I had like for like my work, we had 0 calls come in. It is so freakishly dead right now. And so like since I have free like there's no calls coming in, you can just work on homework and whatever you need to do. And by Wednesday of this week, besides like one essay that I have to do, I have all of my work for every class that is open done through the entire month. Because I have nothing to do. And so I get paid to do homework basically right now. It's great. I love it.
Well, there you go. That's how you do it right there.
It really is. Like I think this is the definition of what people say capitalism is. I'm enjoying this. But yeah, but it's been fun and people are generally good. I haven't really gone close to anyone and like how you have. Like I haven't gone people's contact information, blah blah blah, talk to them outside of work. But start slowly getting those bonds. It also just doesn't help that it's so dead that everyone just kind of like throws in earbuds and just does their own thing until a call comes in. But it's a chill atmosphere. I like it. But you out here talking about $18 and stuff like that. Like I wish this job.
No, I only get paid $15.
Okay, I get paid $12.15.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, which the worst thing about that, like whatever, I'm gonna take money no matter what. I'm not gonna complain about that. But the posting for the job on Handshake was for $12.50, and so it's like it's almost 50 cents less than what was posted, which is kind of annoying. But either way, I'll still take it. It's better than like $10 an hour. But yeah. So that, and I'm scheduled for 18 and a half hours a week. So we're making some pretty good progress right now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, any money is some money coming
exactly.
in,
And
especially in like college.
Yeah, like in and out over the summer, especially now that I have a third month of summer because we're ending in April. Like,
yeah,
there's more ice falling. What the hell? Oh, I'll talk about that in a second. But like yeah, like in and out with 3 months is going to be like my main source of income. I'm basically going to work like almost full time over the summer and just freaking get as much money as I can to pay off things. And so this job is kind of like it to a point. It's kind of like my spending money per se. It's my have fun with for now because I deserve it.
Yeah, I just bought a decent bit of stuff today.
Nice. I've bought 2 board games. I am my thing right now. Well, it always has been. I want a board game collection. Like that's just something I want. Like I don't necessarily mean like weird rarities from freaking Austria, but like just have a nice shelf or closet where it's like any game that you could want, you know? Like I want a decent game closet. And so I'm starting to work towards that, and I bought 2 board games. One was have you heard of the Red Dragon Inn?
No, I have not.
Okay. People can look it up on their own time, but basically characters go around and you have an alcohol level and a fortitude. And basically, you're trying to make them pass out by having those levels like pass each other. You either get everyone to pass out, or if they run out of gold, then they leave as well. They're out of the game. And so it's an interesting game. But I ordered that because there's a new one coming out. So I backed it on Kickstarter, and so I think they said it's supposed to ship like next January, and so I figured that's like I'm paying myself in the future. But then I also bought
Okay.
do you know Exploding Kittens? If you've ever seen that around.
Never fucking heard that game either.
It is a weird game, but it seems so much fun. I've watched a video on it, and basically, like, you have a deck, like you have the deck cards in between everyone, and you take turns picking it up. And then if there's like 3 of these cards that are exploding kittens, and if you get it, then you explode and you're dead. You're out of the game. And but then there's like cards that are like diffuse cards, or you can like skip your turn so you don't have to pick up a card, or you can like force other people to pick up like 3 cards and stuff like that. Like it's an interesting game, but I found it on Amazon, and I found that there's an NSFW version of it, a not safe for work version of the game, like an official game. And so that's the one I ordered. I ordered the 18 plus version of the game, basically, and I think it's because the artwork, like, they have tits in them, like cats with tits, or like freaking, or we're like wearing thongs and stuff, from what I know, maybe even penises. Which, like, I mean, it's not my typical Saturday to look at cat penises, but I don't know. Anyways, it seems like a fun game. So those are the start to my collection. And also, Jane says the game gets more aggressive than Uno. So I have to take the word for it.
All right, there you go then.
Yeah. Okay, so this ice that keeps hitting my freaking wall. So it's been a snowstorm. I don't know, has it been raining down in the valley?
It's raining a little bit here and there down here.
Okay, because we're like, by the end of tomorrow, we're supposed to have 6 inches of snow. Like, we are getting hit again, which I'm not complaining. I wanted one more good snowfall, and this is giving me a good snowfall. But we went to bed last night, and I don't know why I said we as in like my friend group, went to bed last night, and there was like, enough snow on the ground that like things look white. And then I woke up this morning to the sound of a snowplow going by, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I woke up and there's probably like 4 inches of snow on the ground. Like, when I was walking to class earlier today, I was standing on the sidewalk and the snow was like up to my mid-thigh. Like, it would have been over my boot if I walked through the grass area. Like, that's what we woke up to. Apparently it just freaking went ham last night.
Yeah, you don't say.
Yeah, and so every once in a while the ice freaking melts and cracks off of the roof and just goes haywire and starts smacking all over the place.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, so the other day, frick, just need the desk. Oh,
I hate when that happens.
Oh, and right on a point too. Oh. All right, now that I'm handicapped, and if you want to push me down the stairs, the training never said you couldn't. So, I lost my train of thought. The other day, I walked down to South Campus to get food because that's where all the best food is, and I was walking back with my Subway, and there was these guys walking the opposite way as me, so we were about to pass, and of course the one guy that wasn't wearing a mask had to come up and confront me, and he started walking over, and I was like, this is gonna be fun. And this dude walks up and says like, hey, do you want to come play football with us on the field? Now, or no, actually, no, he didn't say that. No, that's right. He walked up to me and said, what are you doing today? And I was like, apparently I'm about to be a prostitute. So, and I said,
Okay.
I didn't even slow down. I just continued walking, and I said, I'm going back to my dorm. And uh, and then that's when he said, like, do you want to come play football with us in the field? And I just kept walking, and like I did that like turn around but keep walking away type of thing. And I just said like
Mhm.
I was like, no, you asked a hockey player to play football. Go away, like screw off. And he was like, they didn't do anything, like they weren't hostile. But what I noticed when I turned and faced and said that to him, he had like he was pointing towards the field with his hand, right? Because he also like turned back and did the same thing to look at me. And in
Mhm.
his hand, I noticed that he was holding something, and it almost looked like cards that had weird symbols on them. Like
Weird.
yeah, like nothing I could recognize symbols. And he had these cards, these type of cards, like not like a deck of cards, but just a few of these like white cards with symbols on them in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking like, if I followed these guys, would I have like, are they in some weird cult stupid stuff? Like, I don't know what the hell interaction I just had with someone.
Yeah, no, that's really strange and just
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah, and like before that guy walked over to me, like they're whatever, like three guys that are walking down. And then like right before he walked over, like they like reshuffled themselves. Like the order they were walking in, they like reshuffled themselves. It was weird as hell. I don't know. There's some
Yeah, no,
weird
that just
things
gives off
happening.
very sketch vibes.
Yeah. I was pretty confident that like if I had followed them, that I would probably be raped right now or something. I would freaking look like a prison showerhead.
My God. Jesus Christ.
Try getting that image out of your head.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so the
I
next time
appreciate it.
I'm over, if you notice that I'm a bit looser than usual, you'll know why.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes absolute sense. Oh, my God.
keeping you up at
Every
3
time.
p.m. on a Friday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ever since like it started raining and work, I've just been like not like tired, but I just yawn a lot more now, you know?
Yeah, your body is just probably drained.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just beat to a pulp almost.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I my day starts at 9 o'clock now and doesn't end until 6:30 Monday through Friday.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I definitely feel
Also,
that.
I'm sending you a picture. These are the 3 new things I just got today.
On Discord, text, where?
Uh, Snapchat.
Snap? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are opening. All right. Now, to describe what I am looking at.
So there's two watches there,
Yes.
and there is a silver. It's a Cuban link bracelet.
Those look nice as hell, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Especially. So, personally, I don't. I'm not the style of the left watch, but the right one is more my style. So,
Yeah.
for because it's an audio podcast, I'm gonna have a real great time right now, and I'm gonna just describe these items. So the left watch is a silver. Is it silver or silver plated?
It's silver.
It's silver. Okay, silver watch
Yeah.
that like it only has one number and it's 12, and then it has like little ticks for each of the other hours, and actually it does have smaller ticks around the edge for minutes, but it's very much
Hmm.
your cliche like elegant silver watch that you would see like a businessman with. And then this right one, similar, it looks like a similar band to it, I don't know what type of band that's called, but similar band. It's like black or like space gray. I don't know. It's hard to see in the lighting.
It's like a dark grayish black. Yeah.
Okay, so somewhere in between. They're dark either way, and then it has a red face. It has numbers for the numbers on the base for all the hours, and then it almost like, are those minutes slanted? Like like the ring where those minute things are, is that like
There's
on an
tiny
angle?
different time zones in the middle.
Okay. And
And
so
actually,
those,
I gotta look at it.
yeah,
Just
like
to
look
check.
at it. It looks like the where the minutes are, it's like on an angle from the base of the watch up to where the glass is. And then there's also 3 other dials on it. What are those dials? Are they like seconds and minutes as well?
The other dials are for like different time zones. So when you're in a different time zone, you can read properly what that thing is. I can't remember
Oh.
what the exact ones are, but yeah, no, around the top part, that's for like a I want to say like a dive feature.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's kind of cool. And so those are the
Yeah.
watches, and they look nice as hell. Those are great. And then, so that's Cuban Link. Is that the name?
Yes, Cuban Link. It's a silver Cuban Link bracelet.
Yeah, very, very
Super thick one.
like very basic but very elegant. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pull off jewelry, so that suits you. They're very nice. I
Yes, sir.
I have a ring, and that's about as much jewelry as I can pull off.
You
But
know, I try to wear rings, but I don't think I can pull off rings very well.
I don't know if I can either, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Um, so is silver your color? Because I know
Gold is
you
more
have.
my color.
So then why'd you guess silver?
Just because they didn't have a gold one, and I felt like switching it up with something.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, because I was gonna say that, like, I know you, like, I know you've had gold chains and even that gold like Hebrew, is it?
Oh yeah, the high.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, symbol, like
The
that's
Star
gold.
David with the high in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I got confused, but very nice. Yeah, I'm trying to. I need to start spoiling myself a little bit because I typically buy things for other people, but
Yeah, no, I feel you.
um, and so that's why, like, I ordered that one board game. Even if I have no one to play with, at least I got it because that's something that I want. Um,
Yeah, no, for sure.
but the things I'm interested in right now is, well, either way, by the end of the summer, I'm buying myself an iPad. I'm gonna buy
Okay.
an iPad Air, the new 4th gen, because it works with the 2nd gen Apple Pencil, and it's basically an iPad Pro, but like in between an iPad Pro and a regular iPad per se. It's great, and
So it's a little smaller, or
it's so there's the 11-inch iPad Pro and then the 12 whatever inch. The
mm-hmm.
iPad Air is actually 10.9 inch. So it's literally the physically same size, but the bezel of the screen is a little bit thicker and makes the screen that 0.1 inch smaller. And so, but
Okay.
besides that, like, it's basically all the same except the iPad Pro has like a higher. The iPad Pro is actually like 120 hertz refresh rate of the screen, and then the Air is 60. And so, like, a little bit, that's like the biggest difference. Um, because like the Air actually has a better processor right now. And so I'm gonna do that, and I'm waiting for the summer because through the education store, because I'm a college student, so I get discounts everywhere because America loves to just hand people in the military and in college discounts for some reason. I mean, the military makes sense, but college they just hand it out. I'm not complaining. But apparently over the summer, Apple usually does some deal where, like, if you buy an iPad, you also get like AirPods, or you get like I think 2 years ago it was Beats or something like that. So I'm like, if I'm gonna buy it anyways, I don't need it this semester. I'll wait and get something free with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing. But then the two things I'm looking between are a bass guitar and an Arrow Garden, if you know what that is.
Say it one more time.
Arrow Garden. It's like
No.
it's like a countertop garden basically per se. It's like you put these little pods in and they grow, and it's a different type. It's not pure soil and like blah blah blah. It's like it's technically called like hydroponic or something like that. But
Oh, yes.
yeah, and then like it has like a special LED light or whatever to help it grow. And
Mm-hmm.
so my mom and I think my sister have one as well. And like they seem to be working really good, and next semester I'm going to be start living in like an actual apartment. I have a studio apartment, so I'm going to be cooking my own food. I'm not going to have a meal plan. And when I cook, I love putting spices and seasonings and stuff like that in. So I'm going to grow my own stuff to cook with. It's going to be great. And like in the Arrow Garden, it seems like it grows pretty fast because my parents said that like they can trim stuff basically once a week. Like they're growing I think my stream just died. That's weird. Um they're growing dill, which I didn't even realize dill was an actual plant. But apparently the dill grows so fast that she was handing it out to people at work. Like it's insane. And so I'm very intrigued about that, and so that's another plan for next semester.
Like,
Hang on a
bad right
second.
now.
Hang on a second. Okay, hello? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. My internet just basically crashed on my did I just lose the stream? My internet basically just crashed on my computer, so I had to hardwire it in. Okay.
I see.
I think the stream is back, so let's hope so. Either way, there's a recording, and that's where most people are going to be listening to this anyways afterwards. So that's not going to change. But anyways, we are back. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
What else has been happening in the world?
Nothing much, my friend, nothing much.
All right. Well, I mean I have to leave but in 8 minutes anyway, so I think we're probably good to start heading out anyways, right? Because unless you have any other big points that you need to talk about. Are you pregnant
No,
yet?
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay,
Nothing
is the
that
other
at
one
all.
pregnant yet?
No, not even close.
Okay, good. There we go. Things are going well then.
Yes, sir, indeed they are. Everything's top notch here.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, thank you again for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming, and thanks everyone for listening. If you listened all the way through, make sure to leave a rating on Apple Podcasts, wherever the hell you're listening to this right now, because it's on a lot of places. Leave a nice rating. Come on, hit that 5 stars. It doesn't affect you, but it affects me a lot, so it's great.
Just guilt tripping him into it, like, you better.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, Tyler, as much as I wish I could spend every waking hour with you, this season, since it is second season, there probably are going to be other guests because need to change it up a little bit. We can't always just bore everyone with our nonsense.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well,
Totally understandable.
Thank you again, Tyler, and thank you everyone for watching. This has been the HCCchats Podcast,
anytime.
and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.